Alright, so there are two types of level of details, LOD. The first one is the one that we define inside our visualizations, we call it LOD Viz, and the other one that we define inside the calculations, we call it LOD Expressions. So now let's say that inside the visualizations, we have two dimensions, category and country, and we have the sales. And now on the right side in the LOD, if you go and use the fixed function, so let's say that we have the fixed category, sum of sales. So what we have done here is exactly like you are building any other view. You need always a dimension and as well an aggregation. So with that, Tableau gonna go and let's say internally gonna create a hidden view with the dimension category and the aggregation sum of sales. So here, since we said it is a fixed function, Tableau will ignore the dimension that we have on the view. So it's going to work completely independent from the dimensions that is presented in the view. So that means the calculation going to be very static, and doesn't matter what you're going to do in the visualizations, nothing going to change in the calculation of the LOD expression. So what do I really mean? Let's say that in the view you have added a new dimension, let's say the product. Now you have made a change in the visualizations. We have now three dimensions: product, category and country. But the LOD expression will not change at all. It's gonna get exactly the same results. It's gonna has the category and the aggregation sales. So this is the main purpose of the fixed function, to make it independent from the dimensions that we have inside the view. So everything gonna be static, and this is exactly the main difference between this function and the other two, include and exclude. So as you can see, building the LOD expressions, it's very easy. It's very similar as you are building visualizations in Tableau. As you are dragging the dimensions and the aggregations, here instead you have to define it inside the calculation, and always you have to define the dimensions and the aggregations. So it's really simple once you understand it. Now let's move to the next one, to the exclude. Alright everyone, so now back to our view where we have the product name in the visualizations, and we cannot use the aggregate calculations in order to show the total sales by category. In order to solve this, we're going to use the LOD expressions using the fixed function. So let's go and create a new calculated field. So we will call it sales by category. And now we're going to use the fixed function. So let's start typing fixed and use this suggestion from here. And now next we have to define the dimension. Since we said sales by category, then we need the category. So let's add the dimension category and then double point, and the aggregation going to be the sum of sales. And at the end, we have to close the brackets. So as you can see, it's very simple. We have to define the dimension and as well the aggregation that we need in the visualizations. So let's go and hit OK. But as usual, we will get a new calculated field on the measure, and it's going to be calculated on the flies. That means Tableau will not go now and store the results in the data source. So let's go and check the results. Drag and drop it to the view over here. So now we see in the results, we have the sales by the category. We are ignoring the dimension product name, and it is based completely on the dimension category. And when I usually work with the LOD expressions, in order to understand it, I always imagine that Tableau is creating a separate view in order to calculate the LOD expressions, then add it to the current view. So let me show you what I mean with that. So let's go and open again our calculated field, and on the right side we have over here the data source information. Since Tableau gonna go and query those data, so we are saying fixed category. So that means we can grab the dimension category, and inside it there are two values. We have the accessories and the monitor. So next we have the sum of sales. This is the aggregation. So Tableau gonna grab the sales and start doing the aggregation. So it's gonna go and summarize all those values for the first sections for the accessories, and we will get the total sales of the accessories. And then Tableau gonna go and summarize all the sales for the second category, and with that we will get the total sales by monitor. So the output of our calculation, the LOD expression, gonna look something like this. As you can see, the level of details in the LOD expression is completely different than the view. So here we have only 2 rows, and in the view we have 5 rows. The next step, Tableau gonna go and merge those results to the view. So we have the first 3 products belongs to the category accessories. That's why we are seeing the values, the total sales from the accessory in the view. And then the next 2 products belongs to the category monitor. That's why we are seeing the total sales by the monitor. So this is how I usually do it in order to understand the LOD expressions if things get complicated. Now, one more thing about the fixed calculations, we say that it is static, it is fixed, so it doesn't matter what I'm presenting in the view, we will always get the same results and nothing gonna change in the LOD expression. So what I mean with that, let's go and change a few stuff. Let's take the product name away. You can see we still get the same values. Let's go and add, for example, the country to the view. So let's go to the locations and just add the countries. As you can see, nothing gonna change. The LOD expression gonna have exactly the same values and it is static. Alright guys, so that's how the fixed LOD expression works in Tableau. Alright guys, so now we have the following use case. I would like to create a histogram to measure the customer's loyalty. That means I would like to have a data distributions of the number of customers distributed by the number of orders. So I would like to understand here what are the number of orders that the majority of my customers are ordering. So that means I would like to understand the behavior of my customers. So that means in order to build such a thing, we need two measures, the number of customers and the number of orders. Well, before we have learned how to build the histograms, but only from one measure. So if you have two measures, this time we have to go and create LOD expressions. So now let's do it step by step in order to learn how to build such a visual. Alright guys, so first let's understand the data that we have. Let's show the number of orders for each customers. So let's go to the customers over here. We are at the big data source. Then let's take, for example, the customer ID. With that, we're gonna have a list of all customers inside the data source. And then let's go to the orders and grab the order count. So with that, we got the count of orders for each customers. And now let's go and sort the data. So we can see we have only one customers with the highest number of orders, 29. Then we have 3 customers that ordered the same amount. So we have 28 3 times. So 3 customers ordered the same amount. Then we have 1 customer that ordered 26. Then we have over here 5 customers that ordered the same amount. So we have 25 orders for those 5 customers. So now since we have two measures, the number of orders and the number of customers, we have to turn one of them to a dimension. So I'm going to be working now with the number of orders to turn it to a dimension. So we want those values, the 29, 28, 26, 25. In order to do that, we can go and create an LOD expressions using the fixed function. So let's go and create a new calculated field. We're going to call it number of orders per customer. We're going to go and build something very similar to this view using the LOD expressions. So we're going to start with the fixed function, and then our dimension going to be the customer ID, like in the view. And then our aggregation going to be the count of orders. You can go with the distinct if you are not sure whether there are duplicates inside the orders, but I would stick with the counts. And then we can have the order ID, and then let's go and close it. So with that, the calculation is valid. So we just built exactly like this view. Let's go and hit OK. So now with that, we got our new field over here, the number of orders. Let's go and check the results. It's going to be exactly the same data that we have inside our view. But this time we have an LOD expression where we have more control in this measure. So now we're going to drop everything from the view. We just need the new calculated field. And now let's go and switch it to dimension in order to have distinct values. And then move it to discrete. So with that, we got something very similar to the bins, right? Here we have a distinct values from the number of orders. Now what is missing is of course here the number of customers in order to have histogram. So let's go to the customers counts over here and just drop it on the rows. And with that, we got exactly what we want, the data distributions of the number of customers. So as you can see over here, for example, we have 3 customers that ordered 4 times. And here again, we have only 1 customer that ordered 29 times, if you remember the example. And then we have here those 3 customers that ordered 28 times. So with that, you can understand quickly the behavior of the customers by just checking the view. We can understand that most of our customers are ordering between 11 and 16, which is really good. Like we don't have a lot of customers that are ordering only once. So the left side over here is really low, which is very good. And of course, now we are summarizing all the data that we have inside the data source, the 5 years. And now you might have the question, does the behavior of the customer change over the time? In order to answer this question, you have to bring the time. So we have to bring the order date. Let's drag and drop it to the rows over here. And now we can see very quickly that the behavior of the customers are not changing over the time. So as you can see, the histograms looks identical, right? So most of the customers are ordering between 11 and 15, and that's over the years. And we cannot do such analysis without the LOD expressions, so you can see the power of LOD. And if you like my content and you want to support the channel, then I really appreciate it if you support, like, and comment. This really gonna help the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.